Hey everyone, today we're diving into a story about meteorites and polar adventures. Sounds exciting, right? The next day, Jerry and the doc went hiking to find the meteorites, and Voyle Carnes' own hard work really pays off. The doc found the meteorite before heading out. With their win, the pups dragged the duo back, but in the rush, Old Jack kicked up a bit of blood again. Oops. Jerry quickly stopped the pups to bandage Old Jack, while the doc was just jabbering away in the walkie-talkie. In an attempt to find a signal, the doctor took another tumble. This time, not only did he fracture his leg, but the ice layer directly split open, just like the start of a blockbuster movie. Stuck and scared, the doc tumbled down the ice. He wasn't drowned, but that water is cold enough to turn him into a popsicle in seconds. Jerry told him to hang on tight, and off they went with the pups to save the day. Cue the epic rescue montage. Thanks to Maya's rope and some pup teamwork, the doc just barely got her lifeline. After losing so much heat, the doc was out cold, and with the blizzard getting worse, poor Jerry ended up face first on the snowmobile. The doc's vehicle was spinning in circles, nearly losing control, but thankfully the pups knew the way home. Finally, Jerry and crew made it back to base, and colleagues rushed them inside like they were celebrities. At this point, the doc was barely hanging on, and Jerry's fingers looked like popsicles. They needed urgent treatment, and with the storm ramping up, the boss decided it was time for a full evacuation. Katie's plane couldn't carry the pups, but hey, at that rate, he might need a finger amputated. The boss promised Katie they'd come back for the pups, and Jerry had no choice but to follow everyone out. Max freed himself and ran up to Jerry, who quickly adjusted the collars to make sure no pup made a break for it. Little did anyone expect that adjustment nearly led to the total wipeout of the pups. The plane took off under the watchful eyes of the pups, who were utterly confused by human antics. But they trusted humans completely. Back at McMurdo, Jerry woke up 3 days later to talk about a snooze fest. He refilled him in on everyone being safe. The doc was out of danger, yet Jerry only cared did the pups make it back. Jerry found pilot Katie Tass, who sadly reported that due to the weather, the winter mission was totally cancelled. He'd have to wait until spring to fly back, and Jerry's heart sank like a stone. He demanded the plane to bring the pups back, but the commander said they were lucky to get the humans home. With the ongoing blizzard, little planes couldn't even take off. The engines would freeze up like popsicles. Big planes can't land at the camp either. The commander wasn't heartless, just powerless. Accepting reality, Jerry was heartbroken. He had some gripes with Katie, but mostly felt guilty. Just as Jerry feared, those pups had been starving under the blizzard for 4 whole days. Their owner promised to return, and all they could do was wait. It wasn't the cold that was the biggest threat, but the lack of food. If they didn't eat soon, the sad end would be starvation. A few days later, Jerry was back home, applying for funds to return to Antarctica. Whether it was a big team or a small one, there wouldn't be new missions until August. 3 trips back would mean at least a 6-month wait, and with the Antarctic weather worsening, Jerry watched the camp flag about to get blown away. The pups were bouncing with excitement as the flag blew away, and Strongbox snapped his chain. Shorty followed suit. Shadow broke free too, and the rest of the pups teamed up to escape except for Old Jack, who remained chill. With no other options to find the doc, Jerry brought photos from the missions to show him. He explained the situation, hoping the doc's credibility could help him raise funds to go back to Antarctica. 15 days have passed, and these dogs still hadn't consumed any food. Eventually, a bird flew down and landed nearby. As soon as Max spotted it, he got excited. The starved pups were ready for a feast. Watching the bird fly away, the pups charged after it, but Maya stayed back to help Old Jack, who couldn't move due to age and injury. I could only gaze into the distance. Being the leader meant he had to leave Jack behind to rally the others. The squad discovered there wasn't just one but a flock of birds, yet before they could hunt, Dopey Max barked and scared them all off. Just then, Maya showed up, saw the birds returning, and hastily organized the team's positions, giving Max a signal to shut it. signaled the silly pup to stay quiet, and obedient Max lowered his head while Maya turned to prepare a hunting party. He crept up towards the flock from another angle, trying to get closer. Feeling that things were nearly done, Maya immediately called on his teammates to prepare to wrap up the operation. As the team captain, he was the first to return to the original location, where everyone placed the balls in front of him, waiting for allocation. Once all were ready, Maya took one for himself, and only then did the others dig in. Max, not involved, tried to snag a bite, but caught the glare and quickly turned tail to escape. With no options left, he cautiously approached Shorty and saw he was in a good mood, so Max leapt in to snag a snack. Meanwhile, Jerry had no other option but to wait. His home was merely a remodeled RV. 50 days flew by, and these pups holding out in such harsh conditions. That's nothing short of a miracle.